ശബരിമലയിലെ സ്വർണ്ണ കവർച്ച ദേശീയ തലത്തിൽ ചർച്ചയാക്കുമെന്ന് വിശ്വ ഹിന്ദു പരിഷത്ത് അന്താരാഷ്ട്ര സെക്രട്ടറി ജനറൽ ബജ്രംഗ്ലാൽ ബാഗ്ര. കൃത്യമായ അന്വേഷണം നടത്തി കുറ്റവാളികൾക്കെതിരെ നടപടിയെടുക്കണമെന്നും ശബരിമല ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള ഹിന്ദു ക്ഷേത്രങ്ങളെ സർക്കാർ നിയന്ത്രണത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ഒഴിവാക്കി വിശ്വാസികൾക്ക് വിട്ടു നൽകണമെന്നും ബജ്രംഗ്ലാൽ ബാഗ്ര ജനം ടിവിയോട് പറഞ്ഞു. ഗോകുൽ രമേശ് തയ്യാറാക്കിയ റിപ്പോർട്ടിലേക്ക്.
വിശ്വ ഹിന്ദു പരിഷത്തിന്റെ അന്താരാഷ്ട്ര സെക്രട്ടറി ജനറൽ ബജ്രംഗ്ലാൽ ബാഗ്ര അദ്ദേഹം ജനം ടിവിയോടൊപ്പം ചേരുകയാണ്. ജി നമസ്തേ. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ, I would like to know what is your opinion about the Sabarimala issues that happened recently. There is huge looting of gold from the side of Devasam Board and their employees, and I would like to know your opinion about that issue.
We all know, the whole world knows that Hindu temples' wealth is being looted, exploited by fraud, embezzlement, and also by deceit by various state governments for last 200 years, particularly in the southern part of India. Sabarimala issue is only a latest one, a live example in this series. We have been expressing our anguish, our anxiety, and our demand that such cases of fraud, whenever they come to notice, they should be thoroughly investigated, and the officers or the public servants or the ministers, whosoever are found culprit in such cases, must be dealt with very, very seriously, because these are the embezzlement of public funds. They belie the public faith and trust, and therefore we still demand, even in the Sabarimala case, that there should be a thorough and independent investigation which should be taken to a logical conclusion by punishing the culprits. Our experience is that such issues, whenever they come to notice, they do get proper attention, sometimes of the media, sometimes even judiciary, like in case of Sabarimala. The Honorable High Court of Kerala has already passed an order asking the state to register an FIR and form an investigation, special investigation team. But thereafter the issue is forgotten. What happened to them? Who were prosecuted? What sentence was awarded to them? How the money was recovered? How much was recovered? All this is, it goes in the record only. Therefore, we demand that in this particular case, the state government has not yet acted in a very responsible manner. When the issue came to their notice, immediately, without any compulsion to go to court, they should have handed over the case to CBI for a proper expert professional investigation, which is independent and considering the cross-border transactions, because it is not related to the Kerala alone. The gold was transported to Tamil Nadu, and when it came back, there was no gold or less gold. Therefore, it is not the question of investigation within the jurisdiction of Kerala alone. It should have been handed over to CBI, but unfortunately, state government did not act in a responsible manner, compelling the people to approach the courts, and courts, after having considered the vigilance report, have already ordered for formation of a special investigation team, and we hope that in a time-bound manner, independent investigation will be made and the culprits will be brought to the book, and the stolen property, wherever they have taken it, should be fully recovered and restored to the deity, to the temple.
Yeah, I think it's not a regional issue or a particular state issue. I think it have a national manner. What VHP can do to focus on it as it is in a national level.
Vishwa Hindu Parishad has been asking for quite some time all the state governments to get out of the control and management of the Hindu temples and hand over the Hindu temples for the management to the Hindu society. In a secular country where the constitution is a secular, no state government has got any business in controlling the places of worship only of one sect or one religion, that is the Hindu religion. No state government ever touches the places of worship of any other religion, be it mosque or a church or a gurudwara or a Jain temple or a Bodh vihar, no temple, no synagogue. Only Hindu temples are subject to such a state control, which is very, very unfortunate. Besides, it is absolutely and apparently unconstitutional also. Now that we have seen that no state government likes to loosen their control or grip over the wealth of the Hindu temples, VHP has decided to take up this issue in a agitational mode for offering a viable solution, an alternative. We formed a committee about 5 years ago in which the retired judges of Supreme Court, Chief Justice of High Courts, legal luminaries, social workers, saints and sadhus, and also the heads of several sects were represented. And after several rounds of the meetings, they have brought out a model bill which the state government can consider to hand over the temples back to the Hindu society. We held a public conference in Vijayawada this year in which the Hindus came from every taluka of the state. Total number was, they say, more than 300,000. 3 lakh Hindus gathered in Vijayawada, and they asked by one voice, that the state government of Andhra Pradesh should hand over all the temples to the Hindu society. Following day, we submitted a memorandum together with the model bill of legislative reforms for the temple management to the Chief Minister. After that, we have been meeting the Chief Ministers of the various states and requesting them to consider handing over the control and management of Hindu temples. We will do it one by one to all the states, and depending upon the response of the state governments, we will decide our further course of action. If need be, we will go for public agitation, the way we did for Sri Ram Janambhoomi temple management and temple construction.
Sir, one another question that is, I think you know the situation of Kerala Hindus. Here, the Kerala government is an anti-Hindu government, and they destroy our temples, our rituals, our beliefs. How VHP looks these issues faced by Hindus in Kerala?
This is more a social issue. A society has to get united to protect its own customs, own traditions, and all religious rituals. It is very unfortunate that in some states, Kerala included, the state government deliberately is disturbing the cultural ethos of the society, of the majority society. They don't dare to touch any ritual of any other religion. It is only Hindu religion which is the original religion of this land. That's why this land is called the land of gods. And unfortunately, the state government, because of the political combinations, Hindu vote is not a vote bank, because the Hindus are intellectuals and they decide to vote according to the ideologies, the philosophies and their preferences, which is not dictated by any one person or any one institution, unlike many other societies. Because of this fragmentation of the votes, the political parties, be it communist or be it Congress in southern India, they try to avoid taking care of the Hindu sentiments. This is unfortunate, and we request the state governments to behave responsibly in a constitutional manner. Unless they do it, the Hindu society, once they are united, they have to take on the might of the state through the agitational mode or whatever the constitutional means are available to them, through the courts or through the agitation, it has to be taken. But before that, it will be responsible constitutional duty of every state government to refrain from interfering into the cultural and religious rituals of any community, particularly the Hindu community.
താങ്ക്സ് സോ മച്ച്. എന്തായാലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ നിലപാട് വ്യക്തമാക്കിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. വിശ്വ ഹിന്ദു പരിഷത്ത് എന്തായാലും ഈ വിഷയത്തെ, ശബരിമല വിഷയത്തെ ദേശീയ തലത്തിൽ ചർച്ചയാക്കിക്കൊണ്ട് അതിനെതിരായിട്ട് സ്വീകരിക്കേണ്ട നടപടികൾ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് സ്വീകരിക്കുമെന്ന് അദ്ദേഹം വ്യക്തമാക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ഹൈന്ദവ ക്ഷേത്രങ്ങൾ അത് സർക്കാർ മുക്തമാകണം, ദേവസ്വം ബോർഡിൻ്റെ നിന്ന് മുക്തമാക്കിക്കൊണ്ട് ഹൈന്ദവർക്ക് തന്നെ, വിശ്വാസികൾക്ക് തന്നെ തിരിച്ചേൽപ്പിക്കണമെന്നുള്ള ആവശ്യവും വിശ്വ ഹിന്ദു പരിഷത്ത് മുന്നോട്ട് വച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്.